Drama, and I'll be your host this weekend. You're all in for a treat, so let's get this ball rolling. You have all been gathered on this island to represent the best anime fans in the world and become close friends with one another. Each of you are the ultimate lucky attendees who can stay at this amazing convention for the rest of your life. However, if you would like to leave Anime Conji, you will need to figure out who has killed our guest of honor.
That's totally crazy. Who would want to kill the guest of honor?
What if he's not dead? What if he's just sleeping?
Haven't you seen the clues around all day? It just goes to show the guest of honor is dead. I mean, we all saw it with our own eyes.
I know. The elevator got in my way when I was trying to get some more food.
Is food really the only thing you ever think about?
Let's just get on with this. The faster we figure this out before Ibuki gets bored, the faster we can go home.
All right, I'm so pumped for this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
But before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Are you sure it was one of us who killed him?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair. So there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate monogamy, of course. Now, let's begin.
Well, I guess if that's the case, we have to figure out who the killer is then, don't we? Even though I still don't think there's a killer amongst us.
We obviously have to figure it out. We have to get off this damn island. I'm so pumped for this.
Slow down. Before we get started, I mean, we really should figure out what's happened so far.
Ibuki's good at memorizing what happened. What are we doing again?
Well, I think we should start by looking over the evidence. Even though I really don't want to think about it.
There's nothing wrong with remembering everything that's happened so far, but do we really need to recall the entire incident itself?
Why not? We were all there when he died, and Mikan did the autopsy herself, and she's the ultimate nurse.
Even so, it doesn't tell us everything about what happened to the guest of honor. He was just in the elevator with blood splattered all over the place.
Well, you said it yourself when you checked the body. There was no signs of a struggle, so there couldn't have been a fight, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess the guest of honor didn't seem overpowered, so it wasn't a struggle.
But everything is faster when fists are involved.
Why are you so simple-minded? Somebody's just been killed, and you're just thinking about hitting things with your fists and eating.
Sometimes simple is best. Ibuki knows best.
Well, going back to the details, we're all together at dinner, and we all left together. So how can we figure out who the killer is?
Well, let's start from the beginning. While we were having dinner, the power went out. Isn't it a little weird that the lights went out?
Well, now that you mention it, it was strange, but when the lights came back on, nothing had changed.
Could it be that we're not looking hard enough? I don't know why, but I feel like we're missing something.
What we could be missing now is some delicious food. Come on, can we get out of here? I think they had some leftovers from earlier today.
Well, it was kind of strange it was kind of strange earlier. I ran into the gardener last night who's complaining about how he had to pull the weeds by hand.
How did you run into the gardener?
Well, I was walking around the swimming pool, and then I fell into the bushes. The gardener broke my fall. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing.
How did you fall into the bushes?
Well, I'm so embarrassed.
Well, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, unless you showed your panties.
Oh no, you didn't see, did you?
Darn, Ibuki missed such a glowing moment! But wait, why was the gardener pulling weeds by hand? Don't they have pesticide or something?
Well, he said that the hotel was missing their last container of pesticides, so we had to pull all the weeds by hand.
What kind of pesticide was it?
He said it usually isn't dangerous, but it has some kind of poison in it called strychnine, which could kill someone within 10 to 20 minutes.
10 to 20 minutes? So long.
But if it only takes 10 to 20 minutes to take into effect, it could have been anything.
Hold on. Didn't the blackout happen before we left dinner? What about the pen marks?
That's right. Mikan, didn't you mention something about pen marks in the autopsy?
Oh, well, it appears that he was stabbed multiple times with his fountain pen, but it's not very clear how it happened. There was no struggle, so it couldn't have been while he was alive.
Are you trying to say somebody was poking around after he died just to make sure he was killed?
We went back to our rooms after dinner. He was killed after dinner. So how can we figure it out?
At this rate, we'll never figure out who the killer is.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So at this point, we would like to take a vote about who you all think the killer is. So, I'm going to go behind each person. I'm going to raise my hand. And if you think it's that person, please hold up your fans. Okay? Do you think it's Ibuki? Raise your fan if you think so. Okay. Not so many. It's like you're in the clear so far. How about Ichi? Who thinks it's him? Oh.
Oh, come on!
Okay. Anyone for Akane? The ever-hungry Akane?
Him?
What, is she a cannibal?
Or could it possibly be Mikan?
This game is over? No. I'm not gonna let you finish yet. There's no way this can end before I've even transformed.
What? Nani?
Well, we have no idea who could have done it.
Well, we know it happened after dinner. So anyone who doesn't have an alibi last night must be the killer.
So then, where was everyone last night?
Well, I slipped and fell on my way from the pool. I happened to run to Akane on my way back to the hotel to get bandages.
Even though I found the body, it doesn't mean I could have done it.
Why do you say that? How could you be as innocent as Ibuki?
Well, I got held up by security by the elevator. I was so hungry, I was hoping to get some leftovers.
Oh, is that what was happening? I thought something went terribly wrong.
Well, when I went to go get food, I was climbing through the elevator shaft and discovered the body. Thought I'd poke around and see if he was dead, and he was. And maybe I poked a little too hard.
Well, if it wasn't me and it wasn't Akane, then what about you, Koizichi? What were you doing last night?
I was nowhere near the guy.
That's true. You were in the bathroom for a while.
Do you need any medicine? Maybe we should go to the hospital. What if it's serious?
It could have been something you ate.
Well, if it's something you ate, then I would have the green apple splatters too. There was a lot of delicious food.
If you want, I can start an IV or vaccinate you right now. I'm not sure it is, but we should start right now.
Are you crazy? Why are you trying to stick me with needles at a time like this?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to help.
Well, whatever it was, it couldn't have been serious as what the guest of honor would have had. What if it was slipped in during the blackout?
But how can anyone see in the dark? I couldn't even see the food in front of me.
What if the person was sitting next to the guest? It could easily happen during the blackout.
The only person sitting next to him were Ibuki and me, though.
Now that you mention it, I think I heard a bottle open, or a vial, or something spilling.
Hey, are you trying to say I did something? You have no damn proof.
Actually, the gardener said the pesticide went missing the other day after considering when the blackout happens.
So you slipped it into his drink.
You have no proof.
Okay. Let's try again. The plot thickens. Now, who thinks that Mikan did it? Raise your fans. Okay. How about Akane? Okay. All of you for Kazuichi, please raise your hand. Whoa.
Now that's not fair.
And the ever innocent looking Ibuki, anybody? Oh,
back into my gut.
Are you sure about this?
I definitely heard something at the table, like it shifted, but it sounded like going into 2 glasses, not just one.
So there could have been a mistake with who put the poison. Didn't you just say that you're in the bathroom right after dinner?
Yeah, but that could have been anything. It could have been food poisoning for all I know.
I ate so much and I wasn't sick. It was not the food.
There was definitely a shift at the table and a splash that sounded like juice. Bookie's ears tell no lies.
It was dark. There's no way I could have switched the glasses even if I had been able to see.
Well, don't you usually work in the dark? You're the only one close enough, so you must have done it.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Okay. It looks like we may have reached the end of this. Give you a second to collect your thoughts. Think very carefully.
I still think it's him.
Someone's life is at stake here, so.
I wish I knew where they sat.
Are you ready? Let's do this. How many of you out there think it was Ibuki? Okay. How many out there think it was Kazuichi? Okay. That's a lot of fans. How many out there think it was Akane?
Oh, sure, now.
How many out there of you still think it was Miko?
Oh, come on.
Okay, let's go back to the 2 people who got the most. Right now, we're just going to vote between Mikan and Kazuichi. How many of you think it was Mikan? Okay. And how many of you think it was Kazuichi? Okay.
What a disappointment!
You knew it.
It was, after all, Kazuichi.
You have no proof! You have no proof! No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, don't do this. Please, please.
And with that, Kazuichi loses his poor life.
Dun dun dun!
So, that also actually brings to a close the classroom trial and this event. We really, really hope that you enjoyed it. All of you probably are aware, but if you're not, NISA, we are releasing Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, this fall. So we really hope that you're looking forward to it. I would like you all to please join me in a hand, first of all for SPGA for helping us put on this incredibly cool event. Please also give a warm round of applause for Mr. Kyle Hebert, who allowed himself to be killed for this event. And last but certainly not least, please give a very big round of applause for our wonderful cosplayers. So, we all hope that you really enjoyed this, and we hope that you enjoy the rest of the show and the convention. Thank you very much again.
Bye, everybody.